Fight.
Yo, what's poppin'? So I've been playing quite a few decks this new format, just finding out what I like. I've been playing Drytron, of course Orchest, and Tri-Brigade, which is the deck I've probably been the most successful with in my little Yu-Gi-Oh career anyway. So today I've got a couple Tri-Brigade matches for you. This first one is myself against someone playing Drytron. And yeah, let's just hop in. But before we do, see, quick little bait and switch there. Before we do, I gotta throw it out there. If you like the video, hit me with a like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. If you don't, if you made it this far and you're like, man, not for me, that's cool too. We all have our own preferences. I hope you go find a video that you like. And with that, let's hop in. So rock, paper, scissors, we lose the RPS, and of course we choose to go, or my opponent chooses to go first. Opening hand, Imperm, Cat, Tenki, Kit, and Droll. This hand is crazy. Two good hand traps, two great starters, and just extra discard fodder for a Karos. So like, perfect. My opponent opens Herald, Prep, Idaten, and Pot of Prosperity. So no Drytron names. Opening Prep is kind of nice because that's basically opening Ben 10. Diviner is also a very good card to open. So it would all depend on what happened with this Prosperity if I didn't already have the Droll. So they go ahead, rip the Prosperity for 3. I'm a little surprised they didn't go for more. I mean, I guess they do hit a Drytron, but like, I'm surprised they didn't go for more considering they didn't have a Drytron in hand. What they banish, they have a Phoenix, assembled, Entis, nothing crazy. So they pick up Fafnir, put the other two to the bottom, and of course we drop Droll there, and they pass turn. So top deck Gamma, which pairs very nicely with Cat. So we normal summon Cat, effect to pitch itself, summon out Kit and Karos, and Shrug just admits defeat. There's nothing more to be done there. Like, he knew the pressure was going to be on. Still probably a little preemptive. It's not like we're timed. It's just like DB, you know. So game 2, opening hand, Imperm, Tenki, Foolish, Desires, and Nerval. So couple starters. Desires is always nice, and a hand trap, which can be good against Drytron, but if they have a good hand, they can absolutely play through it. My opponent opens Prosperity, Zeta, Talents, Nova, and Natasha. So, excuse me, they have at least one Drytron. They've got Prosperity. And they have Zeta. So this is good. And they can rip my hand if I had a monster hand trap, but all I have is Imperm. So they go ahead and start with Prosperity. Activate that effect. Milling 3. Delta, Herald of Ultimateness, and Gamma. Pick up Delta. That's fair enough. Nothing on res. Woo. Activate Delta, or Nova, excuse me. Summon out Alpha. Link into Link Karibo and Alpha effect. Tributing Natasha to summon itself out and pick up the Ben 10. Zeta effect, tributing Ben 10 to again summon itself out and pick up a Meteonis, and then Ben 10 picks up the Diviner of the Herald. So he's just, I mean, I know he already played through the like where I would have Drolled, but he's not respecting the hand traps. Normal summon Diviner, sending Herald of Arclight. Herald effect, pick up Idaten. So now overlay into Fafnir effect to send Delta, activate Meteonis, and so we chain Imperm on the Fafnir. So of course he just goes, pitches the Gamma in hand, which is good. Idaten picks up the Meteonis. Overlay 2 for Beatrice. I should have since I knew he had the Gamma, I guess I just forgot he had the Gamma. I should have just negated the Diviner instead of holding it for the Fafnir. I should have just negated the Diviner. Anyway, oh, my 6-card draw. Yeah, he was just gonna basically full combo, and I wasn't going to have a chance here. Like, even if all he did here was like send Ava, banish to pick up Orange Light and stuff, like I wasn't gonna be able to play through like a couple of live Orange Lights, and on top of that, like he still could go like Meteonis, tribute the Meteonis, tribute the Fafnir, summon out Ben 10, Gamma he hasn't used, Delta he hasn't used, so I was just gonna get absolutely crushed. So I go ahead and tap out. Game 3. Of course, we choose to go first. Opening hands called by Solemn, IO, Foolish, and Nerval. So just chalk this one up as a win, basically. Like, there's just nothing Drytron can do against this. Like, this hand is crazy. My opponent opens Ida 10, Ava, Gamma, Ava, and Nova. So, not good enough. Starting off, we just go straight for the Foolish. Foolish send Kit. Kit send Nerval. Nerval picking up the Fractal. Normal summon Nerval. Banish to summon out a Blossom. Blossom effect, summon out Fractal. Oh, I think I comboed weird here too. I can't remember. Yeah, link to... Oh no, I comboed. Okay. Link those two into Blossom. Draw Imperm, put back Imperm. I guess I was just scared for like further hand traps, but since I have Solemn and IO, I should have put back the Called by. So Fractal banish 2 to summon out the double Dragon Lords. Link 2 into Rugal. Double Dragon Lords is nice because the same deal as Imperm, but like if they go Meteonis while they have a Fafnir on board, you chain the double Dragon Lords, bounce that to hand, and they can be in trouble. So we pick up Revolt, put back Called by, set 3, and pass turn. So yeah, you wouldn't think a deck that just went neutral and card advantage for their turn would have a chance against this wild deck, but we have Solemn Judgment and IO. There's just nothing you can do here. Activate Nova, chain IO, activate Gamma, tributing Natasha to summon itself out. Normal summon Ava, on summon, we are just going to go Revolt, summon 4, banish. What would I banish without thinking too hard about it? Oh, I think the reason why I asked for a response was I was also planning on chaining the double Dragon Lords. So here I could go like chain double Dragon Lords, tributing Revolt, send Ava back to hand, summon out 4, Rugal banish the Gamma, and he is just SOL. And of course I have the Solemn Judgment to back it up. So it was a quick match. Game 3, I just opened completely cracked. There's nothing you can do about that sometimes. Would have top decked a Kit, just showing whatever. So nothing too profound to say about that match, so we will hop right into the second one. This is a match against Gentlemander, which I really like his name. So rock, paper, scissors, we choose to go first, of course. Opening hand, Imperm, Desires, Karis, Tenki, and Ash. So 2 hand traps. Starter, Desires for some draws. Pretty good. My opponent opens Kagemucha, Droplet, Scale, Ash, and Didicro. So 2 hand traps for my opponent as well. Plus a strong going second guard. And then Torn Scale plus Kagemucha is always nice to see. So we start with Tenki. Pick up Fractal, activate Fractal, chain Ash Blossom, which is pretty strong. Activate desires, because if we don't draw something, we can't play. Draw 2 cards, pick up Called By and Cat, and that's just amazing. Normal summon Cat, Cat effect. Summon out the Kit and Karis, as you can expect. Link 2 into Blossom, Kit effect is going to send Nerval, pick up Fractal. Blossom effect to summon out the Fractal. Fractal for 2. Banish, summoning out Bearbrum. Link all of those into the Apollosa. So pick up Revolt, put back Karis, draw Droll, and put back Called By. I was worried, like, if I was playing against Drytron, I absolutely, or maybe not I absolutely, but like, yeah, I should have just kept Called By. There's no reason not to keep Called By, really. Like if I was playing against Drytron, Apollosa Called By Ash would definitely be enough to stop them. If I was playing against, I don't even know what else. Maybe the Adignister matchup would be better with the Droll, but I think I would have survived that as well. So yeah, probably should have picked up Called By there, or kept the Called By, put back the Droll, but it's okay. Top deck Boots, which is solid. Normal summon and activate Kagemucha. I probably coulda, shoulda negated that. Whatever. Then summon out Boots. Link 2 into Carabini. On summon, we just go ahead and Revolt so that we can just get that out of here. Since, of course, this card sends for cost, which is crazy. So we go ahead and banish that. My opponent chains Droplet to negate my Omen. So that, again, Cherubini can stay on board. And that is good for them. And also negating the Apollosa, which is pretty dang strong. Nerval still picks up Karos, and we draw a Droll and put back a Droll. Now he goes ahead and activates Carabini. So sending out the Graph. Graph is going to summon out Seer. Link 2 into Rusty. Then, of course, Seer summons back out the Carabini. Activate Rusty, chain Imperm. And then we're thinking, and then there's a quick judge call here. So my opponent thinks that Apollosa goes to 0 if it's negated by Forbidden Droplet, but it's a weird ruling, and that actually Apollosa's, so the attack gets halved, and then the effect gets negated. So until the end of the turn, basically Apollosa is at 1200. After this turn, Apollosa goes back to 0. In case you're wondering, it's weird. So he attacks and then uses the Carabini effect to summon to protect itself. Boots effect, and we just go ahead and negate that, and that is all she wrote. Going on to game 2. Of course, my opponent chooses to go first. Opening hands, Fractal, Kit, Imperm, Fractal, Karos, which is okay. You don't really want this much Tri-Brigade, but at least we have Imperm. My opponent has Cloak, Boots, Ash Blossom, Droplet, and Boots. So, I mean, at least they can get 2 level 3s on board. They've got Ash and Droplet for some extra protection. So normal, special, Link into Carabini. For some reason, he sets Droplet first. I'm not sure why. But anyway, same deal. Send Graph. Graph summon Seer. Link into Rusty. Seer summon out Carabini. Rusty effect. And of course, we Imperm that. Cloak to summon out, add Stained Greaves. Boots effect to pick up the Shade Brigadine. Set and activate Shade. Boots will summon itself out. where is that? If a Phantom Knights monster special summon, you can special summon this card from your hand. Then you can increase the level by 1. So he summons it as a level 4. Overlay for Redoer, which is just such an annoying card. And pass turn. We top deck evenly, which is pretty good. So standby, he goes ahead and of course activates the Redoer. Steals my Ash, which is fine. I mean, there wasn't anything really impactful he could steal there. So we just go battle phase, activate evenly. He activates the Redoer to banish itself, and banishing the other 2 cards except for Rusty. Activate Fractal, chain the Ash Blossom. I don't care. Karis effect, pitching Kit to send Nerval, add Kit. Let's see what we have. We have 3 engrave. So we go ahead, Karis for 2. Summon out Blossom. Blossom effect to summon out the Kit. Link 2 into Rugal. Draw Tenki, put back Fractal. Banishing 2 for Bearbrum. Link 2 into Shurag. Oh yeah, I did not combo this well, is my problem. I definitely could have played that better. So then we link 2 again into Blossom. Shurag picks up Fractal. Revolt is added off of Bearbrum. Put back Fractal. Tenki. Oh, that was my problem. Tenki add, set, and pass. See, I forgot that I hadn't normal summoned. That's where I knew I messed up this turn. I hadn't normal summoned because I summoned off Karis with its own effect and Kit off of Blossom. So I should have just normal summoned Fractal. Fractal for 2. Summon out double Dragon Lords. He's not gonna... Ooh. But then... Oh, I couldn't summon out double Dragon Lords because of the Bearbrum restriction. Huh. I don't know. I definitely could have played this turn better. Let me know how you would have played this, because it definitely was not ideal. So end phase, Redoer comes back. Top deck, Ragged Gloves. He then steals a Tenki, which is annoying. Detach Tenki for Kagemucha. Normal summon Ragged Gloves, summon out Kagemucha. And then Boot summons itself out. Overlay for Levier. And here I should have waited. And as soon as I did it, I was like, okay, that wasn't good. But I summon out a few so that I can banish the Levier, but there are definitely more impactful things for me to banish, because like he's got a completely loaded graveyard. Yeah, I just basically should not have done that. I just did not play these last 2 turns very well at all. Ragged Gloves effect to send Tornscale. Boots to summon out Tornscale. Boots to add Fogblade. Tornscale summons itself out. You know what I mean. Activate Tornscale, pitching Fogblade to send Cloak. Overlay for Breaksword. Breaksword effect. Detach. Pop Tenki. Summon itself out. I'm sure you Phantom Knights players can see where this is going. Summon out 2. Overlay Raiders Knight. Raiders Knight effect. Overlay Arc Rebellion XYZ Dragon. Fogblade to summon out Breaksword just to get more attack on board. Arc Rebellion effect to get up to 12,400 attack, which is pretty dang strong if you ask me. And then he could just beat over one of my monsters for game. So yeah, really I just shotgunned the Revolt, and that is because I don't know the matchup well enough. And yeah, I will just have to learn the matchup. Opening hand for game 3, we've got Revolt, Karis, Kit, Gamma, and Nerval, so pretty good. Gamma's going to be dead because we don't have like a Fractal or a Rescue Cat. But other than that, like Karis plus a discard and a normal summon, and Opening Revolt means we're not going to run into Bear Brum restrictions or anything like that, so it's not too bad. My opponent opens Greaves, Seer, which isn't ideal, called by Shade, and Ash. So their hand is actually just cheeks. Yeah, they just don't really have that many options here. So going main one, we activate Karas to pitch the Kit. Summon out Karas, Kit effect, send Nerval, pick up Fractal. Fractal effect, just to get more names in the grave, and we already have another one to summon. Kit effect for 2. Sorry, Karas effect for 2, summon out Blossom. Blossom, summon out Nerval. Nerval effect for 2, summon out Double Dragon Lords. Link everything into Apollousa. We will then draw Ash Blossom and put back the Gamma. And that's what I love about this deck too. Like, it's annoying to have to sculpt your hand with like draw and put back, but like, it's nice. It's nice that you could do stuff like that and just get trash cards out of your hand. It's not too bad. And so we pass. So we are ending with Apollousa, Dragon Lords, Revolt, and Ash Blossom. So pretty solid. My opponent top decks Torn Scale, which is really, really good. So they set and activate Shade, which allows Greaves to summon itself out. Overlay for Redoer and Redoer effect. We chain Apollousa, which, because yeah, he could have, so I didn't play when this card was super popular, but place one face-up card your opponent controls on the top of the deck. I absolutely had to negate that. I didn't have a choice. So we go Double Dragon Lords effect targeting Redoer, and I don't know why, but he didn't called by that. Ooh, now that I'm seeing he had the called by, if he would have called by that, I would have been in trouble because he then would have beaten over Apollousa. And I mean, I still have summon eruptions. Actually, I think I might have still been fine, but it would have been a lot more scary. Activate Revolt, and yeah, the hard drawn Revolt is what tips him over the edge. Let's think about that for a second. Yeah, actually I would have been fine even if he did called by my Double Dragon Lords. He would have still had the Redoer, and he would have had, like, if he went main 2 normal summon Torn Scales, we just activate Revolt, banish the Torn Scales, get our follow-up, and we still have Ash to sit on. So I think I would have been okay. And yeah, that is all I've got. I hope you enjoyed the matches. I like covering matches. It's a lot of fun. And I don't think I have anything else to say beyond that. So if you made it this far, thank you so much. I really appreciate you watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.